Good morning. Happy Monday. It's another week. Here we go. Let's see what we can accomplish this week. So I'm going to wait for some joiners, see what's going on with everyone this morning. And then we're going to play some games. We're going to play a little game of show and tell today. That's how it's being given to me. So let's see what we can come up with today. It's all about spiritual gifts. And I think it's fun when we start to gather. Hello, whoever's here. I can't tell by your picture. Julie, thank you for joining me. So nice to see you. Thank you for coming to the playground. I'm going to get this shared out while I'm waiting for some more gatherers. Because I think it's going to be a fun day. Geraldine, thank you for joining me. We have all kinds of new energy. I know many of us have been really struggling for the past couple of weeks, and I believe that there's a very good reason why we're struggling. So thank you, Julie. Thank you for enjoying my photos. It's been a wild, crazy, very alive weekend, and sometimes a little bit exhausting, but it's been fun. So glad that you enjoyed those pictures. Let me see if I can get this shared out. If you feel so inclined, you may help me, because I'm not always the best at getting this done. Let's see. We'll try that. That sounds good for today. All right, so Stacy, thank you for hopping on. We're getting quite a little group to play with today. So I hope you're bringing your little children, those children in today that are creative, that are open. That's a big word for me today. I feel as if, depending on who I'm around, if I spend a lot of time around people who are not quite as awake as me, sometimes I feel more shut down, more closed, and I can be more reactive. So I'm working today with my own self, with my own little inner children, on that one little child that is, thank you for sharing, Geraldine, that is very, very open to her imagination. So let's bring them in today, because it is always fun when we bring our little imaginary, the ones that have that super strong imagination, because that's what we need today. We're really working a lot on spiritual gifts and on what we're seeing, what we're developing, because right now those gifts are so open to us. So, and it feels as if, I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes feel like I'm in the X-Men, that school that they went to. It feels like we're just morphing, like we're becoming something completely different. And if you got that feeling too, you can raise your hand. Little Geraldine is happy to be here as well. I'm so glad. Bring her in. Bring that little girl in. We're going to have fun today. It's all about coming to the circle and doing a little bit of show and tell. And so I'm going to be very, very interactive with you all for a while. I want to hear what you have going on as far as feeling like your spiritual gifts are developing. What do you feel? Do you feel as if you're becoming more heightened, more sensitive? And I believe that many of us are experiencing that heightened sensitivity in ways that are not necessarily comfortable at first. Like we're really being called out. We're experiencing this hyperreactivity is a good word for it. Like people say things or do things and we're like, whoa, wait, hold on. That something inside of me just stood up at attention and said, wait, I didn't like that very much. And they didn't mean it the way that I took it. So I'm super reactive sometimes, and I have to work with myself. But I have noticed that the more that I work with myself, the less reactive that I am. So it really is growth potential here, even though we're struggling and it's like, here it comes again. If you can face it, and the trick is, and many people don't understand this, and I'm sure, I think probably this little group does. Hi, Carol. Thank you for joining us. It's what happens when, instead of reacting in the way that we always have, what happens when we say, wait, what is this person trying to teach me? What they said was kind of painful, and I reacted to it in a negative fashion. My ego got, oh, wait, I don't like that. But what happens when I push out of ego and I say, wait a minute, everybody's here to teach me. What am I supposed to be learning here? Let me look within. Is there something that I still need to heal? So that changes everything. And that's where I've been for the past couple of weeks, really. It feels like I've been, it's a lifelong adventure, us teaching our ego to stop being so reactive. And lately, just this past week and a half, 10 days, it's been super reactivity time, because I do believe that we're being called out to pull this stuff up out and really, really work to heal it now. So the more we do, the better we feel, it seems to me. So I hope that you guys are feeling that too. And I feel like maybe there's the possibility that, it's not even maybe, the more we're willing to do that work, the more space we create so that our gifts, our abilities are more heightened. We're creating space so that we really are turning into some kind of superhero. How many of you watched that? Do you remember that show when we were kids? It was all about the superheroes. They all were in one space together and they would work. There was Wonder Woman and Superman and Aquaman. I think there was Aquaman. There was all these different characters in that cartoon. It used to be one of my favorite cartoons to watch. And I forgot about that. We were talking about cartoons and I'd forgotten about that one, because I feel like we all have these little hints, this treasure map along the way from the time we were little children to remind us of the truth of who we are. And those cartoon characters that we watched as little children are coming back in movies. Marvel. Watch Marvel. It seems like silly stuff, and you watch it and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, wait a minute, there's something there for me. My heart just lit up. I remember in one of the newer Thor movies, there was a spot where I was like, whoa, it lit me right up. And I had to sit there and say, okay, what kind of message is here for me? And I do believe that the message is, guess what? It's not all just make-believe. There really are empaths, of course. When we were young, we thought empaths were all something from the movies. Of course there's empaths. Of course we have abilities that we never thought possible. Hi, Terry Angel. Thank you for joining me. So it's all about show and tell today. What do you feel like? The idea of this game today is not like you telling me what your abilities are and we drop it there. The idea here is, can we dig a little deeper? And as each one of us is coming through and saying, this is what I feel like my gift is right now, or my most beautiful gift. Thank you, Terry, for helping to get shared out. The idea here is as we bring these things up, someone else might say, wait a minute, I've been experiencing that too. Is that a sign of a certain gift? Am I being gifted with something that I didn't even know that I had? Because how many times do we have abilities and we just think, oh, okay, that's kind of crazy stuff. Maybe that's just my imagination. Maybe that's not real. And then we run into somebody else that's talking about having that gift and how it developed and how it blossomed for them. And then we wake up and we're like, oh, wait, that symptom, that weird thing that's been happening to me, maybe that's not some kind of crazy thing that I want to get rid of. Maybe that's something that I need to develop, that I need to accept as a part of me and integrate it. Integration is a really big word. So here we are. We're gathered together like little children. In our imaginations, for those of you who are just joining me, we're bringing forth that child inside of us who is filled with imagination, who would walk through the woods and see the fairies and know that they were talking to angels, and know that when they saw those little orbs, that those were loved ones coming back to say hello. The one that would feel, I remember long before I knew that I was any kind of a medium, I would go to places. I remember going on a couple of ghost walks in Bardstown, Kentucky, one of my favorite places. And I remember standing in front of one building. That town is very alive. There's a cave system underneath a lot of Kentucky. And that part of Kentucky is very, very alive with spirit. It's just like when you walk around there, you're like, oh gosh, the energies will just blast you. When I was younger, and I wasn't especially young, I was in my 40s, early 40s probably the first time I went there. I remember standing in front of some of those buildings on the ghost walk, and I looked up at one of the windows and I got this huge sense of dread. oh my gosh, it almost blew me over. And I'm like, where is all this anxiety coming from? What is this? And I took a picture, and I noticed in the picture that in the window there was a strange little shape there, like, and they told the story of it being a house where there was a woman who had been defaced. She had been caught cheating on her doctor husband. At least that was the story. And he had divorced her. And it was back in a time of the woman really losing all of their standing. And so she would appear to people that would come in. It was actually like a visitor center. And she would appear to them with no face. And so I really feel like I felt her energy there that day. And I didn't know that I was capable of doing that. And that's been a long time ago. So now here we are in this new energy where we have gifts that are just being heightened like crazy. This is brand new stuff, you guys. A lot of us have been doing this for a while. We've been working on it. We've been trying to figure out who we are for a long time. And the energy, the veil, I almost want to say it's not even in existence anymore. It's so thin. And we have so much energy coming through. And so our gifts are just going, like, it's just going crazy. And in some ways it causes some negative reaction. We're like, oh, why is everybody coming at me with this stuff right now? Why are they pushing me to face this part of myself? How many of you have been doing that? They're like, they're just triggering me left and right. What is going on? We're being pushed to let go of all this stuff because we're being gifted with all of this newness. And the more we work on this old stuff, this old energy that needs to go, it's just that 3D stuff is just time to let it go. The more we let go of it, the more we lift up into that 5D. It literally is that. It's just that simple. 3D is down here. All of that stuff that you're still carrying around, all that gunk that you're still carrying around, the baggage that you don't need to carry, is holding you down. It's weighing you down. We're being asked to let it go. And people are coming into our lives to trigger us right and left, for us to point the finger back at ourselves and say, oh wait, okay, wait, maybe there's a reason why these people keep coming into my life and pointing something at me. Maybe I need to look within and let that go. So, but the beautiful part of that is the more we let it go, the more space we make for all this new energy, and the higher we rise. So I remember when we first started working together, I did a lot with the hot air balloon. And I think we're going to take those little children and we're going to go back to those hot air balloons today. So I want you to start to visualize your hot air balloon while we're sitting here in this circle. Our children, the ones that we've brought in, they are the little creators. They are the imaginations of each one of us. That imagination is so powerful. That childish part of you, the reason why many of us are talking about the inner child more than we ever have before, is because that is the part of us that creates. That's the little powerhouse. So we have, all of us here, we have this room full of little powerhouses today. And we're going to create some beautiful hot air balloons. And we're going to figure out what we want to throw over that balloon and how high we can go into the sky. So what I said was a show and tell time. I would like you, as you're thinking on your hot air balloon and you're visualizing how beautiful it is, I would like you, if you feel like it, anybody that's here, we have a small group, what do you feel is a new or heightened gift? Something that you feel like lately it's coming through stronger than it ever has before. And if you'd like to think on it, that's okay. If you'd like to share it with a group, I'd love for us to be very interactive for maybe another 15 minutes or so before we raise those hot air balloons into the sky. So if you can tell me something that you feel is heightened so that we can share with each other and maybe realize from one another, those of us who don't really know our gifts or don't know why certain things are happening, maybe we'll realize that there's more to that than we thought, that's a symptom, or symptom sounds like an illness, a sign that there's something more beautiful coming that's unfolding inside of us. We're actually blossoming into something brand new. So what do you got? I'm going to think. I know I've been feeling really, okay, there's mine. For the past couple of weeks, especially the past week, the more I let go of those lower things that were triggering me, those people, the naysayers, Somebody's afraid to speak. Let it go, you guys. Come on, tell me what's going on. I had naysayers in my life, and they're people that I really dearly love, but they're not where I am. They're back further, and they don't really understand where I've gone or where I'm pulling from. And to them, sometimes it's very scary. You know, people that are stuck in their religion, when they watch people that they love come into their gifts, they're like, wait a minute. That sounds a little weird to me. That sounds a little scary, or it sounds a little crazy. I think you better check yourself. You better, So I had to let go a lot of that last week, and it wasn't easy. It was painful. But then I noticed when I came out the other side, man, when I do one-on-one sessions with people, or when I sit here in these groups, the meditations are coming through differently than they've ever come through before. I literally am just being asked to step aside. Let the ego go. You don't need to plan this. You don't need to try to figure out what you're going to say. If you just decide to let your ego sit aside, we're going to work through you. And I've been doing that for a while, but it's heightened. It's really, really heightened lately. And it's surprising to me. That's the most beautiful part of it, is it's every time they work with us, the more they work with us, the more, and out of humility, we're like, wow, that was really cool. I just got a new toy. And then we might think, oh, man, am I good enough for this? Do I deserve this? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. They're only giving it to you because they know that you're worthy of it. And many of us that are getting that tend to be the types that would think that we are not worthy. So the reminder today is yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are gifted. Yes, you are growing. You are being given heightened abilities. You are expanding in the most beautiful ways. And it's because you're putting in the work. You're willing to let go of that lower vibrational stuff, the painful childhood memories, those things that for me, and I think it's important to say this, it's the things that most of us in this group right now seem to be experiencing, okay, bring it, is that unworthiness or that need to please. We don't want to stand up in our own light because we have always been the type that are like the teacher's pets, that are the types that don't want to make any wrinkles, that don't want to cause any waves. We just want to be like, I'm just going to sit here quietly. If I sit here quietly, nobody's going to notice me. And that's not necessarily where we need to be. We're being called out now. Come out. Little shy ones, you need to come out. You need to shine your light. And we're being gifted with the most beautiful light because we're willing to step out away from that insecurity and be those children that, you're a beautiful little daydreamer. We talk about that all the time. That beautiful little daydreamer in you that sat quietly in the corner was okay sitting at the back of the classroom. You got out your pencils and your paper, and instead of doing the homework, you were creating something beautiful. There was never anything wrong with that child. Some little teacher should have come around and instead of telling you to stop daydreaming, that person should have come around and looked at your creation and went, wow, you need to share this with the classroom. So I'm going to be that teacher today. Wow, you need to share this with the classroom. That part of you that is just trying to create, that's trying to come out and play, that little child, please come out and show yourself to the world. Don't hide back in the back of the classroom anymore. Stacy, let's see. I have been more self-aware, perfect, asking why things upset and bother me before I take things personally and get mad. Perfect. So you're slowing down and you're like, okay, what is it? Wait a minute. Like we all say, Terry's one of them. Take the pause. Don't immediately react. That's what that being reactive is. It's like that little part of ourselves that hears something we don't like and immediately goes, right out the mouth. Whether we want to say it or not, it just goes. What happens? Eckhart Tolle is one of my favorite teachers, and he was one of my early teachers. And I remember watching him when he would talk, and someone would ask him a question, and he would stop, and he would just sit there. He didn't answer right away, and I thought, at first when I started watching him, I thought, man, that's really kind of strange the way he does that. He just stops, and he just sits there, and everybody in the room is completely silent. You can hear a pin drop, and he waits. And I know now, I didn't know then, I know now he's waiting for that higher self to kick in. He's waiting for the answer. He's not reacting out of ego. He's not explaining or giving the answer from his ego. He's giving the answer from his higher self. He's clicking over to that higher wisdom. Can you feel that? Stop for just a minute. I want you to tell your ego to step aside. And I want you to breathe in deeply. And as you're doing that, I want you to visualize yourself switching channels. Turn the channel over to that deeper place of wisdom that comes from your heart for just a second. Let's try it. Deborah, thank you for joining me. So here, let's do it. 1. I'm not even going to count. Just take a big breath. Say, ego, step aside, and let your higher self come into the room. And let's see how our answers here change when you do that. Let's do it. I feel you. I love it when higher selves join us. I love that I can feel the change, the shift. We're talking about our gifts. I love that shift in energy, the ability to feel you change. You go from that egoic state into the truth, your God self. Can you feel it? Good morning, Deborah. Robert Doss, thank you for joining us. Dosa, sorry, can't see. Take a pause for just a minute, you guys that just joined us. I want you to just breathe in for a second, and we are inviting each one of you, your Holy Spirit higher self, into this space. I invite you here with me in this little mountain room in the sunshine. I would like your Holy Spirit to come and join me here in this room. We're going to have tea together for a few minutes. So just breathe in, step out of ego, tell your ego to step aside, and join me. You ready? Let's do it. Ah, sweet. Can you feel yourself here with me? If you need to, you close your eyes so that way you can visualize yourself. We're all in a circle. And it's your higher self. So you don't have to envision yourself exactly like you see yourself in the mirror. You're a light being. You're like pure gold. I see us standing in a circle together, hand to hand to hand. There is light. If you look at the hands as they're joined, there's literally light coming from your hand to the next hand to the next hand. Our energy is being shared here. Breathe that in. Wow, good shift. This show and tell is all about realizing the truth of who you are. That you can step into this truth anytime you'd like. That you can turn off that ego anytime and take that pause and breathe deeply and allow yourself to go into that space of the Holy Spirit higher self. And that Holy Spirit higher self has never been affected by life. It's the perfection. It's that piece of you that is truly a piece of the Creator that comes into the room. I see some of you just stepping forward now. Oh my gosh, I feel me. Feel me. This is incredible. I feel you guys. Doesn't that feel beautiful? To bring your most perfect self into a healing space. And as we're here, I'm visualizing us now in that glass dome again. Perfectly protected, perfectly safe. We have archangels and we have our ancestors here. If you would like to invite one of your ancestors. Oh, I got a good one. She just came forward. She is the first female poet, Anne Bradstreet, first published female poet in the United States. And she is one of my ancestors. And she is a beautiful writer and a mother. So I'm inviting her Holy Spirit higher self, her essence, into this healing space. Who would you like to have? You can call on anyone. It doesn't even have to be a relative. Who would you like to invite into this space? We can have fun and invite Elvis Presley if we'd like. Whoever you'd like. Give it a try. You're powerful. Carol Allen. Let's see. Wait a minute. We got a couple. Deborah, true self is awesome. No having to put on a show to be what everybody else expects you to be. Exactly. This show and tell, we're showing each one of us our true selves, the truth of who we are. Carol, I feel such empathy and compassion for people I meet and see. I don't know what to do with that, Carol. That is a beautiful gift. And if you need some help with that, there's many of us here that will help you to work with that. You don't need to know what to do with that. That's the most important thing, because when you're trying to figure out with your brain what to do with your gifts, you're actually stunting them. You know, your Holy Spirit higher self knows what to do with your gifts. The truth of who you are knows what to do. Your angels, your guides, they know what to do. So don't be all concerned with knowing all the time, or with having, knowing is not the right way to put that, with having to figure it out. You don't have to figure it out. You can let go of that right now. Just, here's my need to figure things out. I let it go. I let it go. Letting go is the most important thing we can do. Let it go. Don't try to figure it out. Little children don't figure out how things happen. They just, the truth is, a little bitty one, they just seem to know. They just go with what they know. They know. They know they can see angels. They know they can speak to loved ones that have passed. They know that they can walk on water, or whatever it is silly that they do. But they truly know that they have a perfect plan. They just are so comfortable for a little while. When we first get to this planet, we just know that we have a place here, that we have gifts. We know that we can, I don't know. What did you know when you were little? Can you go back to that place? And don't try to get into your brain and figure things out. Just know. What do you know today? What is your Holy Spirit higher self trying to tell you that you have? What are your gifts? How are you going to use them? I don't really have to know. I don't really have to figure it out. But when I relax into those gifts, people come to me. The right people are drawn to me. I don't have to go searching them out. I don't have to work really hard at this. I can just be in stillness with my gifts and know that there's higher powers here working with me, directing those that need me to me. I can be easy. We've been taught to work so hard in life, and the truth is that this was never meant to be difficult. We were never meant to have to work so hard. We're coming into a new light. We're being enhanced. Can you feel it? So as we're gathering here in this healing circle, it's about that time. Okay, let's talk with Jesus' mother. You know what? I feel very, very connected to Mother Mary. I do. I have a beautiful painting on my wall, and the child that she's holding is looking up at her. He's very small, and he's looking up, and they're joining eyes, and they are so in love. So the mother of Jesus was so in love with her little baby boy, and I feel very connected to that love. So I love that you want to bring her into this healing circle. We would love to have Mother Mary join us, and I feel a very sweet presence right now. Can you feel her? Wow. Wow, that's incredible. Deborah, if you'd love to talk with Jesus' mother, just do so. That's what we talk about, bringing our little children into the circle, because when you're a little child, of course you can talk to the mother of Jesus. What's stopping you? She's in spirit form. She's everywhere. Ask her. Just trust that you can ask. See what happens. So now that we're in this healing circle, all of us together, the Holy Spirit higher selves, let yourself focus on that for just a minute, okay? Picture yourself like this beautiful light. You are in this healing circle. We're all here together. Mary, Mother of Jesus, has joined us. My ancestor, Ann Bradstreet, beautiful writer. She loves to be here too. We may have other loved ones, many, many. It's a room full. We have many beautiful loved ones here today. And I'm feeling the need also. We're going to move some energy into the throat, because someone here is being given that same gift. I was given it a couple years ago. It's that gift of calming energy, that gift of being able to speak your truth, and people hearing that in a way of through source energy. Like source wants to come through you, through your vocal cords. Speak to people. Calm people. We need it in the world. We need to be that voice. So let's work to clear that today too, while we're in this healing circle. And any place else, anyone that needs healing that you know of, if you need healing, focus on that. Focus on that area of the body. We're going to stand here together. Our Holy Spirit higher selves are in a big circle. I don't know how many of you came up with ideas that what your thing is, what your gift is, and you want that to be enhanced. It already is being enhanced, but we're going to allow, as you're willing to allow your gifts to be enhanced, for your light to shine even brighter, whatever it is that you would like. If you hear someone else speaking of a certain gift and you're like, yeah, I'd like that too. A few years ago when I started working with Paul, I remember him talking about his ability to help people to come into a healing space, to help. And my gosh, he helped me in huge ways. I don't know how I would have made it through if I didn't have somebody that helped me to realize the truth of who I was, that helped me to clear away all that clutter and all that grief. So I remember saying, wow, I'd love to be able to do this too. And now I can. Now I do what he does. I'm capable of that too, in my own way. He does it his way. I do it mine. Do you know someone that has a gift and you would like to have that gift too? Ask for it. Be that child and say, I'd like that too. And right now in this healing circle, hands joined together, we are ready and willing to receive healing, abilities, heightened abilities, gifts, beautiful new gifts, insight, clearing. We accept clearing today. We accept our angels. We accept Holy Spirit, higher selves to be here. We accept source energy. Jesus. Jesus came to me before we started, so I accept Jesus in this healing space. Thank you for, wow, that energy is always big. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to sit in that energy for a second, and I hope that you can feel that. Hard to breathe sometimes. Just breathe it in. Let it fill you. Whoever it is that you're calling on, you can call any name that you like. You know who your guides are. You know who your masters are, who it is that you want to call in, who your teachers are. So let them come into this space. Deborah, I have the gift of seeing and hearing spirits since age 5. I'm an empath. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's heighten those gifts today. Let's bring in this new energy that is so open to us now, that is just absolutely expanding our abilities, expanding that heart space, creating new room, new space for heightened gifts and new energy. And as we're sitting in this space, we're allowing a clearing to pour down. Visualize it pouring down on your head. And as you do this, you're back in your hot air balloon, okay? Let's have some fun with it. As you're allowing this clearing energy, this healing energy, which is so filling this space that we're in, I want you to visualize that hot air balloon. And as you lift these heavy weights off of yourself, and that's happening right now because I can hardly breathe through it. As you release, thank you for whoever just let that go. As you're releasing, I'd like you to visualize that hot air balloon climbing higher and higher and higher. That glass dome around us is gone and we can fly right up into the sky. So visualize yourself in that hot air balloon, just taking anything that no longer serves you, whatever it is that you don't want, that is holding you down to this earth. Just toss it over the side of your hot air balloon. Let it go. Let it go. Archangel Michael is scooping all that stuff up, taking it away, and recycling it for you. So let it go. It's okay. There is nothing that you're going to lose. If it's not there for your highest of good, it's okay to let it go, because you're only going to gain from losing. It's like a game we play. It's backwards day. You let go, you receive. Let go. You will receive. I literally feel us going up higher and higher. Let it keep bringing us up. Pull that air right from the base of your spine. Pull it up. Breathe in this healing energy. Breathe it in. Fill your lungs. Allow it to go to where it needs to go. I feel a beautiful clearing in the throat chakra. You're being gifted. For those of you who haven't received this, it's like an amulet. I'd like you to, if you would like that gift of voice, of clearing, of being able to speak your truth, reach out right now and take that amulet in your hand. It's yours. It looks like a moonstone to me. It's always like a white. It's beautiful. And I carry it right here. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Let your balloon fly higher and higher and higher and higher. You're going to feel lighter than you've ever felt before. Ooh, I feel my shoulders going. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Suddenly, the lighter we get, the more I feel like my wings are growing. I hope you're feeling that too. A little more. Perfect. Breathe easy in between these deep breaths, but allow yourself to take a big breath. As you're breathing that in, visualize yourself going up higher into the sky. What do you see? What do you see as you're getting up there in the sky? I just saw a pelican fly by. We're getting up there. That pelican's not too high, but it's there. It's got a fish in its gullet, whatever that is carrying it. It's gone fishing. It's got its dinner. I love to watch pelicans fly. If you've never seen them, I suggest you find a video. They remind me of pterodactyls. They're so huge and they look so Jurassic Park. So I like to visualize them. They're very cool. I see butterflies flying by, and we're moving up higher. Keep lifting. Keep opening your hands. Keep releasing. I'm watching the darkness. Any dark energy is flooding right out of you right now, and it's going down into the earth. You have beautiful rooted feet. Even though you're flying in your balloon, it's still allowing you to release that energy down into the crystalline core of the earth. So let that go. Because as you are, it's going back up in this beautiful light, right back up through the earth, and it's being recycled into new energy to lift you higher and higher into the sky. Energy is all around us. Can you feel it? Just bathe in that sense of healing and that sense of love. You're being wrapped up right now. Bathe in that. Enjoy that feeling. Be at peace. Floating in that balloon. I see all kinds of colorful balloons floating in the sky right now. Wind picks up a little bit and we're shifting around. Okay, what do you see underneath you? I see mountains below. We've gotten pretty high. They're beautiful. They're green. There's a few little pretty clouds blowing around right in your face. That moisture hits your face and it feels good. And the sun is shining down, creating little rainbows of light all around you. I see each one of you wrapped in a green light right now. You're wrapped up. Healing energy is lifting you. And let's focus right now on sending that healing energy all the way around the globe. We're sending peace, pink. I just saw pink. We're sending love. Love to those in need. We're releasing judgment. Love and peace to every living creature on the planet, to the planet itself. Breathe it in, blow it out. Breathe it in, blow it out. like do your bubbles again. Breathe in that peace, blow it out, and let's create just bubbles all around us that are just going to be blowing all across the earth. People are standing outside of their houses right now and they're like, wow, I see bubbles blowing everywhere in the sky around me. And how many times when you walk outside, even as an adult, and you see bubbles, you feel like a child again. So we're blowing these bubbles. We're blowing so many bubbles that we're leaving trails of them everywhere. And people are coming out and they're like, wow, something's changed. Something has changed. This earth is different. We're coming back out of our houses and we see a change. We're seeing love. We're feeling this love from these bubbles. Continue to blow bubbles. Continue to let this beautiful energy shine from you. Big blast of energy. Breathe it up from your feet all the way up your spine. Feel it going all the way up through every vertebrae, through every chakra, up into your throat, into your mouth, all the way up. Thank you. There was a lift off of the throat chakra right there, so that was beautiful. Find your voices. Go ahead. If you want to sing, sing. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to speak out loud, if you want to put out videos, if you want to create, write a book, whatever it is that you're feeling inside of you, do more painting, do more visualization, do more meditations, do what feels right to you, bring your voice forth, shine your light, allow yourself to come fully into the greatness that you are, the beauty. You are worthy of this, you are good enough, and you are so very appreciated. It's delicious. I hope you can feel it. It's like we're all eating. That's what it is. I feel like we're all sitting here together eating cotton candy. We're sitting in our hot air balloons and we have rainbow colored cotton candy on a stick, and we're just it's so delicious right now. It's that delicious. It's just melting. You have this sugar and it's just melting on your tongue. Isn't that good? And the energy is still flowing, and we're going to continue in this space as long as it wants to flow. Tina, thank you for joining us. We're right in the middle of a meditation. If you get yourself all centered, just sit here together with us. Enjoy the energy of creation. You are being gifted this week. When we talk about show and tell, the idea is that you are being gifted this beautiful energy of creation. It's who you are. It's who you've always been. And it's a reminder to be that again. Be that. Please be the creator with your own gifts. All of these gifts that are being showered down on you. Use those gifts and do what comes naturally to you without trying to figure it out. Whatever it is, sit down with a pen and a piece of paper. Your little child inside of you already knows what you came here to do. She or he already has a plan in place. Wants to create this fairy tale life for you if you're willing to accept. What is your fairy tale? What is your daydream? What are you dreaming about? What did you dream about as a child? Don't try to figure out how you're going to get it. Just dream it. Dream yourself. Dream your dream into existence. I'm going to write that one on a t-shirt. Dream your dream into existence. Rainbow sherbet. Gerald Ann is sitting there enjoying herself a rainbow sherbet ice cream cone. Enjoy that. That's really sweet and tasty and delicious, and it's a beautiful thing. Rainbow sherbet, Carol, thank you. Love, 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 Julie. Good. Tina, enjoy this energy. Bathe in it. Let it shine right down on you. This is a beautiful group of creators, little bitty creators, all getting together to create a more beautiful earth. And we are so powerful. In this childhood innocence, we hold the power of creating galaxies, entire galaxies. So of course we can create a more beautiful earth. Of course we can create peace. We can create strong health. We can create an end to all illness, an end to suffering, an end to grief. Create it, feel it, let's do it. I'm sitting here in this beautiful place now. like we are all together. We've brought our balloons back together. We're down, sitting back in that beautiful crystal room. Your Holy Spirit higher self is still here. And there's hugs all around. There's so much love and giggling and laughter. We got to fly together again today, and it was beautiful. And I want you to visualize yourself coming back into the body. Very carefully, don't jump in. Be easy on your body. Just gently settle back into your heart space. Wendy, what is food shopping? Food shopping sounds fun. Oh, I see. Wendy had to go food shopping. Wendy, catch up to us because we had a beautiful time here together. Holy Spirit, higher selves, we had so much company and it was beautiful. So I hope that you'll catch back up again. It's the beauty of these. You can watch them anytime and you get the same results no matter when you watch them. Breathe one more time really big. Your Holy Spirit higher self is now safely protected within your heart space. I am watching your angels come around and wrap you up in healing energy. This will continue for however long you'd like to receive. The abilities are being heightened. Today you will feel lighter than you've ever felt before. It's beautiful what happens. You become like that hot air balloon, truly. When you let go of those lower vibrational energies, your step changes. You feel lighter physically. It does affect us physically. So today, I hope that you're feeling that as you go through your day. Your step is a little lighter. Maybe you'll want to dance a little bit. Maybe you want to run a little bit. Something you haven't done for a while. Maybe you could skip or ride a bike. Do something that your child would do today for you. And enjoy all of that lightness and that new light body sense of, wow, I'm brand new today. Today I'm brand new. I'm starting fresh again. With every new breath, it's a fresh start. One more burst of energy is coming through. Breathe that right on up. Healing energy is going into every cell of your body. And there is gratitude. Gratitude from your angels, from your team, from Source, from God, from Jesus, whoever you call on. There's gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for coming to this place, this heavy planet. It has been so difficult for you. It's been so painful and heavy, and we appreciate you. We are grateful to you for being there, for holding the light, for doing this beautiful work that you're doing. And if all you're doing is breathing and sitting in that sunshine and enjoying that light, you are doing what you came here to do, and you are a blessing to many, and thank you for being here, for doing this. And in return, we're gifting you with this beautiful light energy. Please enjoy. Please accept this gift. How beautiful. Cherry, so glad you guys are enjoying this. Lauren, please, we're coming to the end. It's almost time for us to get off. Please go back and enjoy this energy as often as you'd like. If you haven't seen it yet, please go back and enjoy it. Julie, have a great day. Walk in that energy today. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy feeling lifted off the ground. Enjoy your wings today. You are being shown your beautiful wings. Enjoy them. And I think we are complete. And we are sitting in the most beautiful energy. So thank you for joining me. I love gathering with this little play group. You guys are beautiful. If you could see yourselves the way that I see you, the way that I feel you, I hope that you can. You're beautiful souls. So thank you for being here. Please take such good care of yourselves today. Be safe. Checking all your messages. Be safe. Know how loved you are. Beautiful peace to you too, Connie. I'm grateful to you for being here, and I hope that you're enjoying that sense of freedom, that sense of being the child again. And join me back in tomorrow at 9:30. I'll be right back here again on Enlightened World Living. Take very good care of yourselves. You are so awesome too, Deborah. Take good care. I will see you tomorrow for sure. And keep watching. There's lots of neat stuff on Enlightened World Network and Enlightened World Living today. So just keep on filling yourself up. Take good care. Bye.